Hey, did you know that the New Testament Gospels have distinct literary motifs? A literary motif is a recurring theme or idea in a story, and these motifs help readers discern the author's intended impact of the story. One of the best ways to find a literary motif is by paying attention to anything that seems strange, that stands out, or gets repeated in the story. Let's take the Gospel of Mark, for example. Mark creates a pattern that has been dubbed the secrecy motif, and he uses a lot of different elements to construct this motif. First, in his gospel, demons and evil spirits recognize Jesus as the Son of God all throughout the gospel, and Jesus quickly hushes them up every time. Second, Jesus' close friend and disciple Peter recognizes that Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus harshly forbids him from telling anyone, and even rebukes Peter. Third, Jesus heals people and performs miracles, and then forbids anyone from mentioning it. Weird, huh? As you can see, there are far too many examples for this phenomenon to be a coincidence, or for all these examples to be unconnected. Why does Mark want Jesus' identity as the Son of God to be kept a secret in the narrative? Especially since Mark begins his gospel with the very first line being the beginning of the good news of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. So we know that Mark's gospel intends to show us Jesus as the Son of God, but throughout the narrative, Mark permits no one to call him that. Until we get to the crucifixion scene. Jesus dies on the cross, and at that moment, a Roman soldier points at Jesus and says, "Truly, this was God's Son." This is the only time in the entire narrative where someone calls Jesus the Son of God and they're not told to be quiet. By investigating this pattern, and in particular when the pattern is disrupted, we can conclude that Mark indeed wants the reader to know that Jesus is the Son of God, but he doesn't want the reader to be confused about what makes Jesus the Son of God. The one and only thing that makes Jesus God's Son is his willingness to die on a cross. Mark constructs a narrative with a motif that points to this concept. Mark's characters, Mark's plot, and Mark's dialogue all function together to serve one of Mark's major themes. Jesus' divinity is fully demonstrated only by his sacrificial death, by weakness, not by any display of power. Now, why should we pay attention to literary motifs? Because the gospel writers all take on the story of Jesus and the early Christian community with different intentions. Writers like Mark aren't just trying to tell the story, but try to tell us what the story means. And we best apprehend that meaning that each of those gospel writers want us to notice as we observe these literary motifs. Did you know this? Well, now you know.